Hello everyone, welcome back to an episode of City Bus Manager with me, Tops. Last episode we left off where we were 4 buses away from unlocking the Brixton depot. However, we unlocked Croydon and Orpington, and part of one of our tasks we needed to go to Orpington and create a bus route, which we have done. We're going to be starting to create more bus routes from the Orpington area once we've got an Orpington depot, which at the moment we need to just get the ball rolling. The bus depot for Orpington is here, and there is at least 10 different buses that's just Orpington based. They're the R1 to the R10. Some of them we can't include because they don't go down south, but we'll be able to get in as many as we can. We can probably also include the 51, which is Orpington up to Woolwich, which is technically out of this depot, but there is some issues we currently have with bus routes and bus schedules. Now, if you have a look at our schedules, everything should automatically be able to be applied for the weekend. We shouldn't have any issues with weekend coverage of buses. It's just when we come to Monday is when we start having some issues. Now, due to the extending of the routes, I believe it's Plumstead. Yeah, there's 2 bus routes there, and then there's 4, and there's some bus routes in the Peckham depot. So hopefully we can look into all of those and get them all sorted once we have, obviously, Brixton depot completed, which we'll be doing today. We still have an environmental day today, so our statistics-wise, we should have incredible amounts of numbers for passengers. And yeah, it's just going to be an interesting one. Now, I did actually figure out that this is the M25. If we scroll all the way in, it does it say on it? I don't think it does, but we'll go all the way. But this is the M25, so this is basically our boundary for the London, the Greater London area. So we will be, hopefully, when we complete this whole map, have all of the M25 routes connected, and obviously that means we unlock this area over here, which means we can do Bexley Heath and other bus routes that go over here. But yeah, for the time being, we're doing well. We've got buses going here, there, and everywhere. And yeah, it's just we're doing really good. We just need to get some money coming in now. So if we go into our main depot, these guys haven't opened yet. They open at 8, I believe. Yeah, so these are starting to filter in. This should start opening up. And we should get passengers in or more tickets. It'll still get very packed with it being an environmental day just for passenger numbers. But for the time being, we're good. We do also want to look at possibly getting more ticket inspectors because we've only got 100 for the near 400 buses that we currently have in our network. And 1 per every 4 bus doesn't really sit well with me. So we will probably have to unlock more. Well, we won't unlock more. We just have to build more offices over here and more spaces as well. For the time being, we're back in Brixton. We go all the way down to the bottom, which obviously that bus is out and about, but we can steal this number, as that'll be an easy way just to get them all over. And we've already got 500,000, so let's have a look at our used double-deckers, make sure the capacity is at the max. And we've got 2 here. That's got a dead battery, so we'll offer you 43. You're going to accept it, which is great. Oh, and they've got no more buses. So we're going to have to buy second-hand. And we can buy our last 3 buses right there. Get this one sent to paint and get the new parts installed. And then I'll get these numbered up, and that's the Brixton depot completed, and we'll be looking at moving over to getting that Orpington depot implemented. Okay. So that is them all numbered up. We have our bus depots fully complete and fitted out. We've got obviously 150 staff for the buses. I might up that to 175 in each depot as the game progresses. But like I say, our main focus right now is having this Orpington depot, Orpington, however you pronounce it, which will be going over here. Now, to add a new depot, we'll just do that and then plonk it right there. Level 1 25. We do actually want to go level 3, but we'll purchase at level 1. Okay, so we've got this named up. It's Orpington, which the actual thing is MB for some reason. I don't know why, but we're calling it MB. We can upgrade it once, get 100k, upgrade it again, and then we just need to look at, obviously, getting buses into the depot, as well as, obviously, the staff, but we need to, obviously, make sure we have staff been able to filter into the buses beforehand. We're about to hit 100,000. There we go. Let me just quickly go into here and steal this paint colour and make sure everything is painted up correctly, which it is. And then we need 37,500. No, not 37. We need 38 people for this bus depot, so that means we need 76,000. So we've got that money to start getting them trained. Let me get these all staff. Well, get this up to 38 staff members implemented into this depot. Get them all sent on training, and then we can look at possibly buses. And we're on the go. So we have the 38 staff. We have 1 bus already purchased. We're going to look at getting another bus purchased straight away as well. And this will be the 402nd bus. And yeah, we're just basically going to start building this up. And hopefully, at the end of today, move over at least the R1 onto this orbiting depot. For starting on the weekend, and possibly even the R2, the R3, going on, depending on what we can fit in here. So, yeah, we're just literally getting money coming in, buying a new bus. But we can buy 2 buses right there. Which, knowing how many buses we need for the Orpington depot, realised I've named them wrong. DL0401. Move that up. Yeah. And get them actually... We'll get them all sorted, and we should have all the bus drivers ready for running the buses tomorrow from this depot, because some of these, they're training till just before midnight, and obviously if they're trainees, they'll need training again, so we'll have enough money and funds to do that. So that's basically what we're going to do. I'm going to start building some more Orpington routes, and also, like I say, buying more buses for the Orpington depot. And yeah, once all they're implemented, we'll go from there and see where we go. And we're back. We currently have 10 buses. We're about to get 11 and 12. We've just been doing very well with all this. Let's get the 11 and 12 on the go. Before I number them up, we're going to have a look at the routes, because I've added in more routes. Now, we have the R1, which is currently operational. It'll be moved to the Orpington depot shortly. We have the R3, which is our next route, because the R2 goes further south. That is from hospital to the bus depot. We then have the R4, which is from the hospital again up into a hail and ride place. We then have the R6, which is bus station up around here. I think this is just a loop bus if I look at the timetable. Yeah, it's just a loop bus. So I think I've set them to every 45 minutes, so it's just a loop bus. The R9 is all the way from over here at an estate somewhere, all the way down to Chesterfield, which is a school. So they're all implemented. The R9 is another circular from the bus station, just around Orpington. And then we have the last one, which is the R11, which is down from the bottom, which we've done, through Foot to Cray, and through Sidcup and over to this hospital over here. So all of them go via the bus depot. I've just realised how much money we've got in. I need to buy more buses to keep on top of this, because if we have a look at our schedules for tomorrow, we're still not got enough buses. So I'm just going to keep on buying new buses when we get them. We'll get enough to. And I just realised 9. The 5 buses will fit in here, but we're getting so close to having this bus filled out. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, let me get all these numbered up. I'll probably end up filling up this bus by the end of the day, this depot, and expanding it to the next one. Which means we need to hire more people, probably even put more buses on this depot, because this depot expansion is just vast when it comes to the environmental days. We ticked off one of the passenger things. We've got another passenger thing right now. Got another tour thing. So these all get sorted out. Let me get these numbered up. Like I say, I'll be back in a few seconds' time for you guys, a few minutes for me. When it comes towards the end of the day, we'll probably expanded the depot, probably got more people on training and such. And we are back. All the bus routes are going away, and all the buses are going away for the day. Orpington has been set up. We have moved over all of the R bus routes onto Orpington. We've also moved over the 233A, which is this one that goes from Eltham to over here through Ruxley. As the 233 is actually a route that runs out of Orpington Depot. So we've added that one in. We've also moved over the 126, which is another depot, another bus route that runs out of Orpington. So that one's been moved over. We do have two more bus routes we currently have operational, being the 227 and the 345. But those two will be moved over. Hopefully over the weekend to be running from Monday. Now, we have also had a big recall on all of our buses. So I've got to go through and make sure these buses get sent off. I also need to make sure that all our buses from the main depot get repaired as well. But we just need to wait for the buses to go into the depots to start getting the repair functions operational. And then also function on with sending bus fleets back over the weekend. To do that. So I think that's the last one there. You're going probably up to that one. So let's have a look over here. Buses broken. We have 6, which is not bad, to be fair. We'll just get everything repaired as quick as possible. Some of them are just brake pads. A lot of them are just indicators and stuff. This one needs cleaning, but they automatically have got the clean set up. And then this last one is just lights, which is great. However, I need to go through now and have a look at how many buses we don't have on a shift tomorrow, and then calculate that many buses to send out to get, well, repaired, effectively. We can't do Orpington because, we've got one bus that's not going to go to get repaired. The rest of them need repairing. So I'll go through and see what I can come up with and see what buses I can get sent out to repair. Then I'll bring you back on Saturday when shifts start going out and Orpington is fully up and running. And we are back. Our first buses are starting to come out the Orpington depot. I say first buses, it's the first bus. But we have sent out quite a few of the buses onto getting repaired. So hopefully they will be back today. We'll hopefully be able to get more sent out tomorrow and just over the weekend. So yeah, Orpington is now fully operational. Buses are getting repaired. That's good. I did actually find an outlier in one of these buses because we had 422 buses that needed repairing. We had 424 buses owned. One of them was a EV400, and another one was the new bus that we bought at the end of the day. Game's lagging a little bit, probably because the save's incoming, but buses should start operating and get on their schedules any time now. Okay, we'll do a bit of speed just so things operate fine. But yeah, these buses are going well. I think they're every 45 minutes on a weekend, as well as every 45 minutes on a weekday. But yeah, these are operational and they're running, and it's just going to be good. All of our statistics-wise for yesterday, we had 1.6, nearly 1.7 million passengers on that day, which is an absolute craze because it's obviously more than double what we originally had, and obviously we're going to crash down very much so. I would hope we would be at the 400,000s because obviously on the weekends we're at 400 and odd. So hopefully we could be at the 600,000s on the weekend, probably at 500,000s. We have obviously expanded a little bit and chuffed about some bus routes as well. With that being said, if we looked ahead towards Monday, not on the Brixton depot, but on our Orpington depot, we only have two bus routes that can't operate on Monday because we need two more buses. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't make sense because the bus routes that we have right now, there's two that are out on repairs, so that would actually fit for the Monday's buses, unless we were to add the 227 and the 354 back, which is what we're hoping to do for Monday. And then that'll run out the Orpington depot, but we would have to expand the depot for that to add obviously more buses in, more staff in, and it's just going to be a lot of time to do so. But we made 2.3 million profit yesterday. We're not going to get anywhere close to that today, I don't think, but it's worth seeing what happens and seeing where we go and seeing what we get. It's very much worth seeing how it goes. We'll just see. But yeah, getting more money coming in definitely is a thing we need to do. If I was to go and have a look at schedules for all depots, we're obviously going to be missing out quite a few because, well, we've not got all the buses in. So that's probably a bit silly of me to do so. But obviously, at least we know Orpington is going to should be fully operational tomorrow. And then obviously we just see what we do for tomorrow when it comes to getting the buses repaired and getting them all back. Hope we hit the 1,100,000 passengers over the weekend, which would be great for a bit more income. Obviously, the tour completions probably hit by Monday or hit at least on Monday. So yeah, but it's so nice to have buses fully operational through Orpington. There will obviously be an expansion, which we'll probably end up doing the 51, which I believe runs out of the Plumstead depot, which is Woolwich to Orpington. Orpington. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but that one is definitely one we're going to be looking at implementing in the future. We still have a lot of service centre wait times, which is kind of crazy, seeing as though it went off. We do have an advertisement running, so that might be a big thing. Investment-wise, obviously, we've put in so much over the last few days, which is crazy. We've got money coming in from that 400 bus that we've sold, so I need to at least replace that before we get to Monday. With it all being said, we're not hitting any ticket pricings because they're just going to go in for what they do. We're nearly repaid some of the loans. We could probably just pay off some of the loans anyway, off our own back, which would give us a bit of an influx of money. A little bit of an influx of money. We just pay off the loan and then use the loan back as well, which would be good. But yeah. Everything's running around. We're still not into the positives yet for the day. It's just a very slow on a weekend. And there is more buses running on... Well, they're still every 45 minutes on the weekend, so we'll see how it goes. We don't want to do a rail replacement service just yet. We're focusing mainly on just running the bus routes and the bus network as is. But yeah, everything on here, we upgraded. All the bus stops, like I say, they're all upgraded to at least 75% satisfaction. All the terminuses will have... all the terminuses will have recharging points for the buses as well. So it just keeps everything operational and flowing. So like I say, with that all said, we're probably going to wait until the end of today. I'm probably going to get us through to the end of this day. Look at what we need to do for Sunday, for obviously, if we have enough to upgrade this or whatever, we'll figure it out, because obviously bus recalls is going to be a big thing. And obviously the more buses we buy for this depot means the more older buses we can get sent off to get repaired. I don't know how long they take to get repaired. 17 hours per bus, so they will be back before the end of the day. So obviously I send them off about like 1 a.m. So they'll be back at about 6 p.m. So they're back for the next day's routes. And then obviously we just chip off what else needs repairing in the day. And obviously, with freeing up how we do with the bus routes at the moment, and all the bus depots aren't fully compacted, like we're moving off some bus routes from the extra depots just onto this depot, which eases the flow on the other bus routes and the bus depots, meaning that it'll free up more buses for overnight that we can ship off to get repaired from each depot. But yeah, like I say, we're at 40,000 today. Probably need to get a little bit more. We're only, I think we're 2 or 3 buses away, maybe even just 1 bus away from having Orpington's depot completed. I do need to get the Brixton bus implemented with the new bus, because obviously the replacement for the old 500 that was, well, the old 500. The 400 that we thought was a 400, but it wasn't. It was a well, we thought it was a 500, but it wasn't. It was a 400. So we can do that. You've accepted it. Get this numbered up because it's just that simple. And obviously, this will be a help for getting buses fixed and stuff in throughout. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy that I in our mad dash for expanding all the bus routes or the bus depots, there's still some 400s that get snuck in there. Oh, no, I don't want to add a new bus depot. But yeah, so that's good. Obviously, like I say, I'm going to let today run. We might be able to get the extra 1 bus into this depot to get this completely filled to the 25. And then obviously throughout the week, we'll have to start adding more buses and more buses to this route. But yeah, there's just so many, all the buses need setting off anyway. Obviously, they're all on a lunch break, but how much are we at? We're at 60.5% still network coverage, which is not bad at all. Definitely means we would be able to expand the map once we had the funds to. But right now, I think we just need to start fleshing out the map a bit more with what routes we currently have operational and go from there. So yeah, I'll bring you back all at the end of the day, where we're going to see how we've done for our first Saturday around Orpington, Orpington. And yeah, we'll come back when I need to send off more buses to replace. Hopefully we get this amount today. We'll get closer to this, and well, we'll just obviously figure out this over the weekend and over the week. And we're back. We're coming towards the end of the night, so all the buses are starting to head back into the depots. We're just waiting. We've got about $500,000 in the bank. We're wanting that to tick over tomorrow, just so we've got enough money to start, well, to carry on at the training of new people we've got at the Orpington depot, as we have upgraded that to a 50 slot garage. So that should be good. I think we're good to start moving to this depot to make sure any repairs get sorted. Some of these are still held over from yesterday due to the fact that obviously some of the buses that needed repairing ended up going to get the fault sorted. And they can be all get sorted then. So now I need to go through. Obviously, we had 610,000 passengers, which is not bad at all. Obviously, we're going to see how many we get during a day on a Monday, with obviously the new depot and obviously the expansion of the routes. So that'll be good. Like I say, I need to go through the schedule to assign all depots and then see how many are free. So on here, can we see any free buses? Yeah. So there's 3 buses. I see how many are free, and then we see which ones we haven't sent. We send out to get repaired, and then we come back. I think it's at 2:40, 3 p.m. 3 a.m. Sorry, that I need to actually go in and start re-sending people out in Orpington to get taught. So we'll sort that out. I just let the time play through to make sure these buses get into the depots that they need to. And then, like I say, I can focus on getting the bus recalls, and then we'll be back in a few moments' time, and we'll run through on Sunday. And we are back. It's Sunday. We have sent off a load more buses to get fixed overnight at the to fix during today at the manufacturer with recall. All the buses should be fully operational. We've been able to set all of the new drivers in Orpington depot to get their for them to get their training sorted, so they should be up and around. I have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 routes that we're going to implement into the Orpington. 5 buses that might be in an Orpington, 4 buses routes that's going to be in the Orpington depot for the time being. 2 of which are actually from the Orpington depot. One of which, another bus route, which would be the 5th bus route that comes out of our main depot. I will pay the ticket. Yeah. So 1 bus comes out of this depot. 2 of the buses that I'm going to be implementing will come out of this depot, and the 2 other buses will come out of this depot for now, but they come out of the Bromley depot in the actual in real life. So we'll get them all implemented here and there and get them all scheduled in and get them all operational and running when we are able to. But yeah, we are getting 60% on environmental, 33 on subsidiaries. Revenue-wise, we obviously made 500,000 yesterday with 610,000 passengers. So we're over 500,000 passengers on a weekend, which is a drastic increase from what we had last week. Because last week, we were getting that on the average day. So obviously, Orpington's going to be a big, or is going to be our main focus for upgrading the future with this depot. We're probably going to look at a Croydon depot maybe, and obviously looking at making the Croydon depot or Croydon in itself, expanding the routes there, because obviously we've got a bus route that terminates here. We've got 3 routes that terminate in Croydon, I think. Yeah, so 1 goes north, 1 goes northeast, and 1 goes east. So we'll have to see how we go about adding Croydon routes in the future. But yeah, Orpington was definitely the good bet for us to this episode, because we've been able to implement so many new routes into this. Now, the Bromley depot also has the SL5, which is this route here. The Superloop 5, which is Croydon to Bexley Heath. So it is... Oh, it might be Bromley. Does it terminate in Bromley? I'm not sure. Yeah, so the Bromley is the switching point for it, so that's why the bus route goes there. But either way, it's running as it's running. And we're just going to keep it going as it keeps going. We have, like I said, implemented more buses in Orpington. We're just letting the bus routes run throughout the day and trying to sort out all this for tomorrow. If we go into tomorrow, and we have a look at Orpington, we have enough buses to start all the routes on. Adding more bus routes in now would be the 227 and the 354. But obviously we can't do that until it comes to the evening of the Sunday evening. But what we can do is, like I say, keep everything up and operational. Some of these routes, some of these buses are still damaged because they've been sent out as the brand new buses. But we had to. There was nothing else we could do. We're looking for double deckers, big capacity. Let's see what buses we can start buying. So we can buy at least 1. Start getting this one implemented in and get it all numbered up and all that. I'll probably bring you back, like I say, throughout the day as we are, towards the end of the day, when we finally switch over these last 2 routes and make this more fully operational, this depot, with the other routes. Get it all painted up there. So yeah, it's just like I say, we just need the 227 and the 345, and then that'll free up more buses off the other depot, so we can still send buses out overnight to get repaired throughout the days. And obviously the Orpington depot will have buses that need repairing as well, but that will just come with the growth of the depot. We can send out old ones too. So yeah, we are doing so well with this. I will come back when we have some more buses in the Orpington depot. And it'll be probably coming up to the evening. And we're back. We're coming towards the end of the day. Buses are starting to go back to the depots. We're doing well. We're doing very well. Money-wise, we only made 300,000 or so. It's not that bad. But yeah, we definitely need to get more bus routes out there. I've done a bit of optimizations for the routes for tomorrow, so everything should be good. I just need to see if you've got any free buses so we can start sending more back throughout the week in hopes we can get this target sorted out before the end of, before Thursday, because otherwise we'll have issues. A lot of buses are going back, so let's go to the main depot. We've got 35 buses now in the Orpington depot. I think we've got actually 37 or so, because I've sent out a few already to get repaired. These are going to get repaired, and I'm just going to go through and do what I usually do, making sure I can send off the ones that need sending back. I'm just going to send that one anyway because it's just there. And I think that's all this side going to be sent off. We're going to have to look at what to do on this side for sending off. But yeah, go to Warburton Depot. We have actually 39 buses total, because we've got 438. But all those are all sorted. And yeah, I'm going to go through and see what buses I can start getting sent off to get the replaced and all that. The Orpington Depot is coming along very well. Like I say, 39 buses in total in there. As well as obviously on the map, we have a lot of coverage in Orpington. Orpington, I've said it so many different times this episode. There is a few more bus routes that I could implement that go from the Orpington route. There's some that go from the Bromley route that goes in the area. So we'll slowly start increasing this over the next episode. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's going to be the end of this episode, just because of where we've got to. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, leave a like, comment as well. If you're new to the series, new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and notification bell to be notified every time a new video goes live. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time for the next video.